Hey folks, this is Divanushali and I welcome you back to my channel. I know it's been a long time I have posted anything on my channel, but today I'm going to talk about TCS NQT and my preparation journey, how I was interviewed for digital role twice and how I got a ninja offer at TCS. And let me first introduce myself. I'm Siddhi Bhanushali and I currently work as a developer at Celogize Web Technology Services, and I have worked as an SD intern at Tala. I have worked as a community associate intern at Scalar, and I have won Diversion 2023 and 2022. I have been also an Alpha Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador and an MLH Prep Fellow for October 2022. So yeah, that's all about me. Make sure you like this video, share this video in all your college groups and in amongst all your friends, and also subscribe to this channel for more such videos. Okay, so today we are going to talk about what TCS NQT is and the whole process of TCS NQT, and I'll be answering each and every doubt of yours. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video, and let me tell you that this video is going to be valid for all the future, like all the people who wants to work at TCS. So this particular video is going to be valid till a very long time. So you can watch this video even if you are preparing for TCS NQT in 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing is, what is TCS NQT is. So basically TCS NQT is a assessment through which TCS hires for amazing engineers. Okay, so let's talk about the assessment part at first, then we'll go to interviews, and then I'll give you some tips and I'll share my preparation journey and resources with you folks. Okay, so TCS NQT exam is divided into two parts. One is a basic section and one is an advanced section. Now in basic section you basically have aptitude, which is again divided into three parts: numerical ability, then you have logical, and then you have verbal. Okay, so these are the three parts in the basic part. Now in the advanced part you again have aptitude, numerical aptitude like the quants, and you have logical reasoning, and then you have two questions on data structures and algorithms. Okay, now again I'll talk about the difficulty of the questions later. So this is the basic pattern of TCS NQT. But before that, I have also made a series on TCS NQT on Instagram, so make sure you check that out. I'll provide the link in the description, and also comment all your doubts in this particular video. I'll answer each and every doubt of yours. Okay, yeah, cool. So I was talking about the structure. So this is the structure of TCS NQT assessment. Now the basic part is really I would say average, I mean very simple, and the advanced part has a bit of advanced quants questions, like logical and DSA questions were a bit easier for me. So let me talk about my experience about this particular assessment and how I personally prepared for it. So first part is the aptitude section. So for aptitude I had my two gods. One is IndiaBix. From that particular website I practice each and every question. Now tip number one, you don't really need to be good in each and every topic. You don't need to master anything. Okay, I personally wasn't good like at quants much. I mean, I love maths. Okay, like I have been maths topper in my 10th and 12th standard, but I don't know why I was hating on quants so much. So I like touch only few topics in quants, but I made my logical and verbal reasoning so good that I didn't even need to look at quants at first. Okay, so first god is IndiaBix. Go over IndiaBix and practice each and every question. But I'll recommend you that verbal is really easy, so make sure you never skip that part. And logical is a part wherein even if you don't study something, you'll still be answer like able to answer some of the question. Quants is a bit different. Maybe like you can try it, but there are some topics which are a bit like medium level questions. So I personally didn't master quants much, but I didn't left all of the question. Okay, I did study some of the topics such as profit and loss, then I had ratios. So some of these topics, probability and all, I did study, but I didn't master quants, but I make sure my logical and verbal are strong. So make sure you follow this tip. Like this tip is really helpful. So yeah, this was like my basic part. The first part really went well. I focused more on logical and verbal, and the questions were pretty easy. especially for verbal. And quants question, I did answer some, I did skip some. I don't know, like I was really skeptical about it at first. Let's talk about the advanced part. The advanced part has quants, but most of the questions were from data interpretation part. Like you are given a diagram and you have to answer a question from that particular diagram. So I personally felt that it is really really easy, and definitely in advanced section that was like each and every question was from data interpretation only. Like you are given a graph, you have to find out how many percentage of people live in this, do that. So that was the question, and that was pretty easy for me. So that went well. Second part was logical. Again, in that, like there were some advanced level of question, but I solved some, I skipped some. By skipped some, I attempted, but I ticked like random answers. Okay, let me tell you this. So now let's come to the important part, which is DSA questions. Okay, so we had two questions. One is a easy level question and one is a medium level question. Okay, so I personally what I personally did was I just googled TCS NQT DSA questions, and I got a link from Prepinsta wherein there were some hundred of questions. So I just read some of the question, like 30 or 50 questions, and I just tried to solve them. But mostly the DSA questions are based out of arrays, array rotations, etc. So that were not like much harder. So I basically, amongst two question, I solved one and a half question. One question, the easy question, I did solve, and the second question, which was like a medium level question, I was able to pass some of the test cases. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, I solved one and a half. So yeah, so my assessment went really well. Also, I forgot to mention one more important resource for aptitude, like second god. That is a YouTube channel called as Career Ride. So if you're not into, like, if you don't know some topic and if you want tutorials and all, so that is the best channel for aptitude. It has covered each and every topic, so make sure you check that channel as well. I'll provide the link in the description. So yeah, that was all about it. So then after like few days or few months, I got a mail for digital interview. So yeah, I was able to get the digital interview. But before that, let me tell you that how you get the ninja interview, like how you get the digital interview. uh Guys, this video is going to be long, so make sure you bear with it, but this would be definitely very fruitful, and the tips which I'm going to give you would be really really I would say crucial for you. And as a person who has cracked an offer like a ninja role and has been interviewed for a digital role, my insights are definitely going to be useful. So let's get back to this. So if you clear the basic part with good, I would say, marks, or maybe, yeah, good grades, then you are eligible for a ninja interview. But if you do well in the basic part as well as the advanced part, like I did, then you will get a digital role. Okay, now in interviews, like if you are interviewed for a digital role and you don't meet their expectation, then you are given a ninja role. But if you do, then you are given a digital role. And if you are selected for ninja interview, if you meet their expectation, you will get the ninja role. If you don't, then you will be rejected. Now let me talk about the package. For ninja, it is 3.36 LPA, and for digital, it is 7 LPA. And stay tuned, I'll be also telling you some tips to crack the interview, very important tips which almost everybody missed out. Okay, cool. So this is the package, and this is how they basically like call you for digital and ninja interview. So I was called for digital interview. So my digital interview was scheduled online. So there were a interviewer, HR, and also two more people who were assessing me in that interview. So my interview wasn't in parts, there was only one interview and everything was evaluated. So I was asked really basic questions such as like Python, difference between Python and like Java, which is faster, Python or Java. I was also asked a really simple programming question. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was related to array. Yeah, these were all the basic questions which I was asked. The interview lasted for around 40 to 45 minutes. Then the HR asked me like questions like, what if your teammate is not listening to you, what will you do? Then I was also asked question like, will I be like relocating if I am asked to? Then I was asked about my family, how like who, like, how many people are there in the family, etc. So according to me, the interview went well because the questions were really basic. But when I got the offer letter, it was for ninja role, and I was shocked. But later that I got to know that your offer depends on two things: your performance in the assessment which you gave, and your performance in the interview. If your performance in the interview is good, like great, but in the assessment if you are medium, so you'll get ninja offer. So I told you, in my assessment I was able to get 1.5 question only, and I didn't solve much of the quants. So due to which I was able to get the ninja role, but I was still happy. I think it was my second offer. Okay, and it was from a great MNC, okay, TCS, like, so I was happy. Cool. This was it about the ninja role, like how I was interviewed for digital role. After you get an offer, TCS asks you to join their portal, and there are a lot of things going on, like training thing. You will be attending some of their courses, getting goodies, joining bonus, etc. That you'll get to know later. But like when I opened that particular portal, I got to know that for all the people who have ninja role, they'll be getting a chance to convert their role to digital. So for that, again, they had to give an assessment, which you have to go at the TCS IN center and give. And then you have to give the interview, which was again at the TCS office this time. So I got to know about that opportunity, and I was like, this time I have to crack digital anyhow. So I applied for it, and this was only for the people who have a ninja offer letter. Okay, this was not for everyone. So for the people who are asking me doubts that how to convert from digital, like ninja to digital, this is the answer. You'll be getting a chance to convert from ninja to digital, obviously when you have ninja offer letter, and after you join the company, then also you get that. But since I have not joined TCS, I don't know about it. You can confirm from the TCS employees. Okay, so let me talk about this particular assessment. Again, this particular assessment has the same thing, but this particular assessment was for 1.5 hours, and the previous assessment which I talked about was for 3 hours. So this particular assessment consists of aptitude plus again 2 DSA question. So this time the exam was pretty easy as compared to the last assessment, wherein I didn't have any offer from TCS. So again, I just practiced logical, verbal, and I did practice some of the question from quant because I didn't want to miss any chance. Okay, so I went to the TCS IN center, I gave the exam. Then there were 2 DSA questions, and they were so easy, I mean really easy. So I would like to tell you guys that if you have a ninja offer, then converting it to a digital offer is pretty easy. At least the assessment part is pretty easy. So I solved both the DSA question, all the test cases passed, and I knew it that I'll definitely get a call for the digital interview. So I was preparing for it. Okay, now I don't know why I was being so stubborn, or I don't know, it was a dumb decision, but I never followed any of the videos for TCS. I was like I'll crack it, it's easy. And also that time also I didn't follow any of the resources or any of the videos for interview guidance and all. But you people, please don't do that mistake. Make sure you follow all the guidance given by people who have cracked offer at TCS. Okay, so then again I started preparing for the interview, and then I got a call that you are selected for a digital interview, and for that you have to go to the TCS office at Thane. So I was like, okay. So we had an interview at Thane. Now I'll be talking about the mistakes I did, and obviously some of the good things which did impress the interviewers. So I went there, and we had 2 rounds. So the first round was a technical round, obviously. I had to take my resume, and at that time also I was doing my internship at Tala. So I did talk about that as well. They were pretty impressed. They asked me a Java question, and like there was a code, and they asked me what the output would be. So I gave the right answer. After that, they asked me the technologies I worked on. Now here comes my fault. I didn't work on any of the technologies like cloud, AI, ML, DevOps. I didn't work. Like I was just into data structures and algorithm and MERN stack. So this was a negative point of mine, which kind of like the interviewers weren't impressed by that. But my final year project was based on AI, but I still didn't have it in my resume and I didn't work on it separately. So they were a pretty, like, they were not pretty impressed with that part. At the end of the interview, they also gave me a feedback that you did great, but you should have worked on technologies like cloud, AI, etc. um, Cool. After that, we were sent to the HR for the HR interview. Now the HR interview was pretty simple. Like, she asked me my achievements, my name. Like, she asked me to introduce myself, my achievements, and she also asked me what series did I saw. She asked me about my interests, and I told her that I love this, I love that. So she brought up the topic about series, and she asked me to literally explain the concept of the series. So the HR interview went very great. I was basically expecting a digital offer because the interview also went great. Both the interviews went great, but just one thing, which was I didn't work on any of the technologies, and then I got a email that I wasn't selected for the digital role, but I still had my ninja offer letter. Now this was the whole process, like how it works. Let me talk about what topics I prepared for. I already told you. I prepared for aptitude from India Bix and a YouTube channel called as Career, right? For programming question, I didn't prepare much. Like, I already knew DSA. But for TCS explicitly, I prepared till arrays. Like, the questions are really basic. You don't need to learn DP, stack queues, etc. Even if you know till arrays and you're able to solve the problems of arrays, then I think you're good to go. So I did see the previous year questions. I did read every question and tried to solve it, and then I went for that. So for both the things, I prepared this way only. And again, I'm telling you, if you have a ninja offer, then converting it to digital is pretty easy. So yeah, that's it. That's all about TCS NQT. If you have any questions about it, then please do write it in the comment section, and I'll provide all the links in the description. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I'll be posting all those links. I also do a lot of series on Instagram, so make sure you go over there and see those series. And please do support, because this really requires a lot of hard work, a lot of editing, a lot of bloopers. So I would really be it would be really great if you can appreciate that effort of mine. And if you really feel that I'm doing a great work, then you can buy me a coffee. You can also schedule a one-on-one session with me on TopMate, which costs really rupees 100, and resume reviews cost for around 125, which is just a price of a chocolate. And I have done a lot of resume reviews, and I have done a lot of one-on-one mentorship sessions as well. You can check all the feedbacks and ratings on TopMate only. I'll provide the link in the description, and please do appreciate my hard work. Like, I'm doing most of the things for free. I'm providing all the guidance for free. Just for the one-on-one session, I'm taking some minimal charges so that my efforts are also appreciated. So yeah, I would really be happy if you folks support this initiative of mine. And I'll be bringing more and more videos on YouTube about my MLH fellowship, how I cracked that particular thing, how I was able to secure an internship at Tala, and how I prepared for interviews. And also, if you keep giving me love, then I'll be posting an interview prep series, like a 30-day interview prep series on my Instagram. So make sure you give all the love and share this link amongst your friends. And if you want to suggest any content, you can DM me, or you can write it in the comment section. Thank you so much.